My name is William Syphax, and I was born into slavery, but I devoted my life to securing freedom, property, and education for my family and my people. I was born into slavery in Alexandria County, Virginia, around 1825. My beginnings were complicated by the history of Arlington. My mother, Maria Carter, was the daughter of Ariana, an enslaved woman, and George Washington Parke Custis, the owner of the Arlington plantation and the adopted son of George Washington. My father, Charles Syphax, was enslaved at Mount Vernon and later brought to Arlington, where he oversaw construction of Arlington House. Though enslaved, my parents were allowed to marry, and from them I inherited both resilience and determination. In 1826, my grandfather sold my mother, my sister, and me to a Quaker in Alexandria, with the understanding that we would be manumitted. Because a child's status followed that of the mother, this act ensured that my younger siblings would be born free. My mother was also given 17 acres of land at Arlington where our family could live. Though my father remained enslaved until 1857, we were building the foundation of a free family long before the Civil War. At 11 years old, I moved with my family to Washington, D.C., where we joined a thriving community of free people of color. We became part of the city's black elite, committed to progress and mutual uplift. In 1851, I began working for the United States Department of the Interior, building connections and experience within the federal government. The Civil War brought both upheaval and opportunity. When Union forces confiscated Arlington, my mother's land was taken as well because the original transfer had not been legally documented. For a time, it was used as a refuge for formerly enslaved people. Determined to restore what rightfully belonged to my family, I used my relationships in Washington to advocate for justice. In 1866, Congress passed relief legislation that returned control of the property to my mother. After the war, I turned my focus to education. In 1868, I was appointed to the Board of Trustees of Colored Schools in the District of Columbia, becoming its first president and only the second African American to serve on the board. I believe deeply in equal educational standards and in preparing our youth for leadership. I oversaw the construction of the Charles Sumner School and the Thaddeus Stevens School. In 1870, I organized the Preparatory High School for Colored Youth, later known as Dunbar High School, an institution that would become one of the most prestigious academic schools for black students in the nation. From slavery to public service, my life was dedicated to securing opportunity, not only for my own family, but for generations to come.